Yo, guys, it's your boy the Purist, and we're here to talk boxing. I'm joined by my man Don Kuzan. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing good, man. How you, man?
I'm good. You're throwing up the too sweet already, so we know it's gonna
Yeah.
be a good day, innit?
Oh yeah, always too sweet every day, every week. You feel me?
All right. Yesterday, Monday. I know Monday's supposed to be our day to do it, but things happen. Sorry, guys, but I promise you. I know I said it before, but I promise you, every Monday we will be consistent. Tuesday. It's Tuesday today, and we absolutely had to make this happen because Anthony Joshua has agreed to terms to fight Tyson Fury on December 3rd. Now, when I first thought of this fight, I thought, you know what, it makes a lot of sense. They both make bank. Like, money talks. Yeah, money talks, bullshit walks. So it made a lot of sense for this fight to happen. But when I was talking to my brother earlier, and then I realized, yo, December is around the corner. If you talk about a fight of this magnitude, right? Um, you want 12 weeks. If he wants 12 weeks, he's basically got to go into camp tomorrow or next week. I'm not sure when exactly it is, but he's got to go to camp real soon. Now, when just the other day when I was having a conversation about Anthony Joshua, we was talking about his mind's not right. He just come off 2 losses, like probably the biggest down point in his whole career. And then he said, and then you just get an offer saying, do you want to fight the unified? Well, it's not the unified now, but the undefeated WBC heavyweight champion of the world who has held all belts at one point in his life. And you're just thinking, respect for Joshua for taking it. But at the same time, I'll just ask you this, yeah? If you was Joshua's team, would you tell him to take this fight?
Fuck no. I would tell him to take it, but not this soon. What the fuck? He not just fighting the WBC undefeated. He's fighting the best heavyweight in the world. Let's be real. He's fighting the best heavyweight on God's green earth right now. You feel me? It's not Usyk. I'm sorry, bro. And two, it's not Usyk to me. It's Tyson, bro. Like, and you can props to him for taking the fight, but I just don't think long term this is smart for your career. Like, I remember Princess was saying last week, or 2 weeks ago, I think it's time for him to retire. I think he take this. I wasn't on that shit before, but if you take this L, it might be time to retire, man. I think they rushing him in way too quickly against a guy who you need. I honestly think it's kind of like, I know I don't see it like this because I know they're just taking it because it's just showing that Joshua was like, I'm a warrior, man. I fight. I don't duck shit. But it looked hella disrespectful to me if you think that you're going to fight Tyson Fury at the beginning of December and beat that man off of roughly 12 weeks of training against Tyson Fury, the best heavyweight in the world. You're tripping big shoes, man. I'm talking size 18 shoes. I'm talking big toe shoes right now because that's crazy, man. So no, I wouldn't. If I'm his manager, his team, whatever, I'm telling them, look, I really don't want you to take this fight, period. But if you're going to take the fight, at least let's make it sense. Let's take it middle of the year, next year. Why we got to rush to? You just took 2 L's back to back. Like Drake said, we going back to back. You just took them 2 L's, brother. Like, you know what I mean? We don't want you to go back and go and fight Fury because like I was saying earlier, bro, you had a mental breakdown fighting Usyk. That man don't even talk shit. How the fuck are you going to survive mentally the press conferences against Fury, the man who talks the most shit? Probably one of the best mental warfare motherfuckers in boxing. We've seen it. He gets people whittled down before they even get in the ring. He gets people doubting their abilities, whether they want to admit it or not, before they even get in the ring. So I don't know. I just don't think that's a smart move for AJ, man, at all. Not for his career. I mean, the only thing that's smart about it is that he's going to be richer. That's it. The only thing.
I want to go back to that point you was making about the end of his career, and I was thinking the Wilder fight will always be a big fight. The Dillian White fight will always be a big fight. But is your career about legacy and being the best, or is your career about money and just having big fights? Because there's a big difference in terms of Anthony Joshua, the unified champ, the big dog in the division. Remember, there was a big three: him, Fury, Wilder. That will be completely out of it. Like, it won't be about that anymore. It'll just be about if he fights Wilder, bragging rights. If he fights White, just personal pride. But the point where we're talking about is Anthony Joshua the best heavyweight? I believe we're already past that stage. And if he loses to Fury, then it's just like that's it. It's done. You know
It
what I mean?
takes the
Like
wins and the sales out of those future fights, bro. Because it's like Fury already dog walked. He dog walked Dillian White. He dog walked that nigga. So automatically you get smashed by Fury immediately after that. Nobody's gonna care to want to see that shit. Because it's just like, oh, look at these two. They both Fury sons. Right now, AJ has the benefit of not having an L from Fury, unlike those other two guys that you named. And he can use that to leverage himself against those other two guys. But not if you fight him. But like you said, Fury, AJ, we already know, man. He's not a guy who cares about money, bro. The way I look at it, he's going to be set for life. Regardless, because he was the zone's poster boy, he's Eddie Hearn's poster boy. They gonna set that man up for life. You know what I mean? With all them type of endorsements, all that type of shit. He's a legacy guy. You don't take fights against Tyson Fury this soon if you're not trying to fight for legacy. But I think he's rushing it. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's rushing it. He's rushing it. Like, why are you rushing it, bro? Let your mind recuperate before you go out there and try to fight the best. Don't try to fight on Fury's terms. See, Fury knows what he's doing too. Because Fury know he got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But he can do that because of what he's already done. He has already, even though not simultaneously, he has technically been undisputed because he's held every belt. You know what I mean? Even though he hadn't did it at the same time, that's still more than any of these other guys in heavyweight right now can say for themselves. You know what I mean? He knows what he's doing. He's already etched out his legacy. He doesn't really have to fight. He's really trying to fight this man Joshua off of wow. Like, because he said he really wanted to fight Usyk. Usyk said he was hurt. So he was like, fuck it, I'll fight Joshua then. Fuck it. See, he's playing around. He's half foot and half it out. He don't need this. He don't need this fight for real. Like, you know what I mean? Don't play to his field. Because if you do, you're not giving yourself enough chance to win.
One question though, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If not Joshua, who is out there for Fury to fight? He's fought Wilder, he's fought White.
No one. It's literally wait for Usyk to get better, which we know he won't because he's been talking about getting out. And the last thing that he's going to want to do is wait because we don't know how long Usyk's injury is going to be. I think it's a hand injury or something, but that's all I think it's a hand injury, but I don't know. But so it's literally no one. For real, it's literally retired to me. Like, because my thing is this. After he beats, if they do fight, right? And he beats Joshua, and he's like, okay, whatever. Let's say Usyk is healed by that time or whatever. Usyk is literally he gonna retire anyway. It's literally nothing for him to do after that. So he might as well just retire now. In my opinion, there's nobody left for him to fight. You know, who he gonna fight? The winner of Joseph Parker versus Joe Joyce? No. Like, who the fuck he gonna fight? Wilder again? No. He basically beat that nigga 3 times. Like, you know what I mean? He decisioned him and then stopped him twice. So it's like there's nobody for him to fight. You know what I mean? There's nobody for him to fight. So he should just retire. But I feel like he doing this to get AJ. It's to lure him, and it's working because this is all good for Fury. He knows that AJ got a weak mindset. He just came off of 2 losses. Fury is sitting high right now. Everybody will be on his side. Everybody's already on his side anyway for the fight. You know what I mean? It will be perfect for him. So, like, of course he wants to take that fight. You know what I mean? And then it would nick off the last thing on his list. Oh, I beat – because remember, Fury, Wilder, Joshua, all 3 of these guys were kind of coming up around the same time. They were all – names were simultaneously with each other. Fury will be the only man to say, I beat both of them. And they didn't beat me. You know what I mean? That's what he wants. That's what he wants at the end of the day. That's what he wants, just to have one more thing to say. You know what I mean?
You know what? If you look at the heavyweight landscape, he's beat Klitschko, beat Dylan White, beat Wilder, and if he beats Joshua and Fury, you're right, there's literally nothing he can do. Or he could do like a Mayweather career and just once a year let these lot fight it out, and whoever's the biggest challenger, go in and just smash them guys in, innit?
Yeah.
But other than that, when it comes to legacy, he's proved he's the best of his era, and there'll be nothing left for him to do. I think even at this stage, collecting all the belts against Usyk, which is what he wants to do. He wanted to fight Usyk in December, like you said. Usyk's got the injuries. Usyk even said, "I'll fight Wilder a little bit later and then fight Fury because Fury has his December date. That's when he needs to go out."
You know why? You know why Usyk wants to fight Wilder before he fights Fury? Because he wants to test his injury when he gets off of that on somebody that's not Fury, and he wants to learn off of the guy who went into a trilogy with Fury and was able to drop Fury. That's why he wants to fight. Because you notice before all this shit, he was like, "Oh, I'll fight Tyson Fury right now. Fuck it, I don't care. This, that, and that." He was big shit talking. You know, after the injury and shit, now he's like, because where the fuck you get fighting Wilder out? That's like, because you know Wilder's not gonna want to fight him unless what? He put them belts on the line. And ain't no way this man Wilder is deserving of a title shot. I'm sorry. He literally challenged for the belt twice, back to back, and got stopped both times. How the fuck do you get a title shot against more belts for more titles? That don't make no sense. So that's how you know when Usyk started talking about, "Oh yeah, I'll fight Wilder." Where the fuck you get that from? How the fuck you bring his name in? That man fighting Robert Hellenius. Let that man fight him. You know what I mean?
But that's what I mean by, all right, if not Wilder, who else is there for Usyk? Obviously, he can fight the Dylan Whites of the world and those kind of guys, but you're not really going to be interested. With Wilder, you're thinking, yo, one punch.
Hold on, let me look
He's
at
a cruiserweight. You never know.
Yeah, well, for sure. Listen, that Wilder fight, if Usyk's fighting Wilder, I'm picking Usyk to beat Wilder. I'm sorry. I am. I don't care about the undersizedness. Doesn't matter. Shit, Deontay undersized. The only shit Deontay got is height. Let's be real.
Yeah,
Usyk might be heavier than that motherfucker when he fight him. You know what I mean? Like, Deontay is the type of guy at his lowest came in at like 212 as a heavyweight. Like when the Fury was calling him string bean, pasta noodles, all that shit is real. That's a real thing. He really is a skinny guy. That's not for just jokes. Okay, half of it is for jokes, but still, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. You're right. I'm trying to look at. I'm gonna look at the rankings right now, and I'm gonna come back with a better pick. Hold up, for Usyk. But you're right though. He beat Joshua twice. Besides, why not? Okay. Here's my thing, and I know people are gonna say no to this, but I'm gonna ask you because I want to talk about this guy too on the podcast. Andy Ruiz just won. He beat a former world champion. It wasn't really. I mean, it was a good fight. Don't get me wrong. It was a good fight. I'm just talking about in terms of like deserving a title shot. Why not fight Andy Ruiz? I feel like that's a winnable fight for him too. I mean, that's literally going to be the smallest in terms of height heavyweight you're going to get at the high level right now in this current landscape. So why not fight him? He was a guy who also beat Joshua. These are both Joshua beaters. You know what I mean? That's also a good fight.
To be fair, I didn't think of that one. That's actually a good point. Very good point. Especially you fight Andy Ruiz in the interim, and then you go fight Fury. It's definitely not a fight I can complain about. Better than the Dylan White one. But I still want to see.
He's going to give him more of a bump than for sure.
Yeah, I still. I just wanted to say actually because we meant to talk about the Ruiz versus Ortiz fight the other day. Yeah. When it comes to Andrew Ruiz, right, on social media, he looks like skinny, like LeBron James figure. Like he looks chiseled. He looks. Let me not say LeBron James, but
I know what you mean. He's slender.
He's slender, isn't it? Like, and then he goes into the ring, and then obviously you can see I'm not in the best shape right now, but his belly's hanging over his shorts.
No, yeah,
professional boxer.
No facts. I was definitely watching that, being like, where the fuck did the weight come back from? I thought he lost all that shit. No, definitely.
But it's like, how does he do it? How does he lose weight and then just suddenly put on weight? Or are they just photoshopping and taking good angles just to make him look skinny?
Now, originally, because he's still fighting with Canelo's man, right? Is that still his
yeah, I think he's still Team Reynoso. I'm not too sure, but I think he still is.
Okay, see, so in the beginning, I was thinking, okay, they on some fishy shit. Because when I first seen Andy Ruiz's body, when he first joined that camp, I was like, all right, what the fuck, man? I ain't look, as a motherfucker who cut a lot of weight himself, you ain't cutting weight like that, brother. I'm sorry, man. I'm thinking some fishy shit was going on. But now I see his weight fluctuating. I don't know. I don't even know what to make of that, bro. I want to blame it on rehydration, but it's like he rehydrating that much? No? Like, because he's looking so different. I don't know, man. Oh, okay. Somebody Taylor O'Higgins said Ruiz
Yeah,
left
apparently he's
Reynoso.
left Reynoso.
So that could be why then. That could be why his weight came back then. Who knows? Because you notice as soon as he joined up, literally, it was like he joined up with Reynoso and them fucking literally like
The next
what
week,
2 weeks later, this nigga is slim as shit. What the fuck? Like drastically though. Like I'm talking about he putting side by side pictures of himself, like drastically. So maybe that's what it is, whatever his new camp is. But honestly, the weight is not an issue for that guy. Like, he's one of those guys. I seen him all the time growing up, man. In the hood, growing up, man. He's one of those guys who's fat body, but is athletic as shit. That's just what it is. Some guys are just athletic as fuck, and their body just don't show, all that chiseled shit. It just shows what it shows. Some people's body structures are just set up that way. But that shit still got some of the quickest hands in the heavyweight division, bar none. You know what I mean? I think that's slowly becoming his moniker. I think that was kind of the difference, too, that helped him in his fight against Luis Ortiz. His hands was quick, bro. Them hands was quick. They was putting Luis Ortiz on the canvas a lot, Credit to Luis Ortiz, though. I don't know what he is made out of, how he doesn't get stopped being that old.
When you get hit by Deontay Wilder, everything else feels normal.
I guess you're right. He fought that motherfucker twice. He's crazy. Luis Ortiz is actually kind of crazy, though. To be that old fighting these young guys who are like putting these people in comas and you're just fighting them, getting back up. They need to check his DNA, see what he's made out of, bro, because that is crazy.
I think craziest thing about that fight, according to the scorecards, Andy Ruiz needed every single knockdown to win the fight.
To win, yeah. Because like he was getting outboxed. He
won 6 rounds. Yeah, he was getting outboxed. And it's funny because, like you said about Ruiz's fast hands, it's like every time he caught Ortiz was just like shocked because Ortiz, obviously the Cuban style, the position themselves in a certain position, and he's just getting caught by right hands just because of how fast Ortiz is. I mean, Ruiz is.
It was just throwing him. He was just throwing him viciously. He just throws vicious right hands because the speed, bro. But I think the way his body is set up allows them to come out like that. Like him being so short. You get a lower center of gravity already, so that's already going to help you. That's already going to benefit you when you're throwing hooks and shit like that, and right hands. And you know what I mean? So I just feel like, yeah, man, he's one of the fastest punchers in the game. But credit to fucking Luis Ortiz, though, because he's just showing that, nigga, if I was a couple years younger and my chin hadn't already been demolished by Deontay Wilder, I would have smoked this nigga. That's basically what he took. That's what he showed to me. Like, if I catch me, like your age. Catch me if I was your age or even just a couple years younger, bro. I would have smoked you. Shit, maybe catch me before I fought Deontay Wilder when I was world champion. I would have smoked you. Because he was clearly outboxing Ruiz, but like I said, man, that youth, bro. We said it though. Or you said it. You definitely said it, I think. You said that like I think you said you had Ruiz because of the youth, because like, like he was gonna and he literally just put Ortiz down. Many times. I feel like if you show that fight and if you showed like a version of that fight, right, that had none of the knockdowns in them, like if they were edited out, if you were just scoring it, just looking at it, you would score Luis Ortiz to win that job. You would think he was hitting them with the more effective, the more cleaner punches, but like the more effective punches in terms of scoring the knockdowns went to Ruiz, So
all right, gonna try to switch it up today. Gonna bring people in early this time, and then we'll go on to the other topics because obviously we know anyone we're gonna bring in, they're gonna talk about Joshua versus Fury, which makes a lot of sense. It's the big fight right now, isn't it?
But there's also another big fight going on this weekend. Well, big, but it's like I feel like it's big for casuals, man. People who like been studying the sport, they're not that excited about it. You know what fight I'm talking about, AB?
Is it Clarissa Shields this weekend? No. Canelo versus.
No, you know. You know.
I almost forgot for a second.
Yeah, that fight though. Honorable mention to the Clarissa Shields and Sarah Marshall fight because that was supposed to happen, I think, last weekend, but the Queen of England passed away, so they postponed it. Is what I heard, but that fight was going to be crazy. And I want to make sure I say their names right because I used to hate growing up people saying my name wrong. So hold on, give me a second. while you bring people in.
Here we go. Yes, bro. Introduce yourself to the people.
Yes, man. Junior, well, go on. You good?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, all good, bro. How you doing?
Yeah, man. I'm keeping well, man. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. We're surviving.
Yeah,
But let
man.
us know what you think about the Joshua versus Fury fight.
About Joshua versus Fury. Boy,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really trying to get too hung up on it because I know anything can change with Fury. I feel like this is a distraction tactic. I don't think he's going to fight Joshua. I think he's going to fight someone like Manuel Cha. Yeah, I'm not. Obviously, if it happens, it happens. I'm happy it happens, but personally, I just don't think it will.
If you think it happens, who you got? If you think it happens,
yeah,
like let's say perfect world, it happens.
Fury.
Okay.
I think Fury wins, but I also think it's a win-win for Joshua because no one's expecting him to win.
Yeah, that would be the moment that like all that Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson, the AJ and Ruiz, that moment would need to happen in that, and that would be like what we would never stop talking about that shit.
100%, bro. 100%, man. I think like I said, I think it's a win-win. Like I know you guys said that you think the fight's too soon, but I think what's his other option? You know, he's gonna fight in December. So what's he gonna do? Go and fight someone like Otto Wallin? Then after that, he's gonna go and fight Dillian White. That's a risk. Like he could lose them fights. So if you're gonna lose, you might as well just go and lose to the best heavyweight in the fight.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying just go all in.
Just go all in.
Why not? I see what you're saying.
You just lost twice back to back. Fuck it. What have you
got? That is reckless. Ooh, that's a spicy take. That's reckless. I like that though. I like that. Fuck it. I never thought of it like that. Actually,
fuck it. If he goes in,
lose, right?
If he goes in and he fights Otto Wallin, for example, let's say Dillian White. Let's say he goes and fights Dillian White in December and he gets knocked out. That is when his career is finished. If you go and get knocked out by Fury, you can still then go and take the Dillian White 100%.
Yeah, because getting knocked out by the
I want to go back a sec. Yeah,
it's normal. Yeah, for sure.
I wanted to ask as well. It's like Fury's made all these conditions, right? Obviously, December 3rd to probably like 12 weeks out. Yeah. Do you think that the Team Fury put in the bid expecting Team Joshua just to say no?
Yeah, I do.
Yes,
I do.
Yes, because it's ridiculous. Because it's a ridiculous ask. That's why it's a ridiculous ask, and they don't. And they really try to test Joshua's gangster. And Joshua was like, all right, let me consult with the squad.
Yeah,
because he consulted with the squad, and they was like, yeah, we'll do it. And he's like, huh? Wait, you said you would do it? Yeah. You said what? No, for sure.
I think they seen the fight, 2 back-to-back losses, but they also saw how he was mentally destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And they thought, right, if he turned out this contract, he's not taking no fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think, man.
Yep. Because you know how Fury like to play, man. He seen that whole shit at the end. He was like, oh, yeah. They was laughing at that shit. You know they was laughing at it. He was watching that shit, laughing at it. He was like, oh, yeah. We going to cook this man. We going to wait till I talk to him in the press conference. He going to be spilling his guts. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, he definitely didn't expect. You're right. I don't think he expected Joshua to say yes.
No.
Like, I expected Joshua to say, yeah, let me ask my team, and then, like, because that's a normal Joshua response. And then when I seen that, I was like, oh, okay, his team gonna say no. Like, you know what I mean? And he gonna listen. He gonna say, yeah. 100%. No. Like, you know.
I think Fury was expecting him to come back and say, oh, I'm not going to be ready until June or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
So now that... No, go on, sorry.
You go on, bro.
So now that Joshua's team has said yes, you think Fury's team's looking at it as, all right, we've given them unfair terms and they've accepted that we'll just win the fight easy, or they're thinking, shit, now, like, we're fucked? Or what do you think they're thinking?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I just think that there's going to be another speed bump in the road from now until December.
It depends. And those speed bumps come in many forms. And I think one of those forms might be, and there's another reason, could be another way of why, we think that Fury's camp is just chatting shit, just trying to stir the pot. do we even know if Tyson Fury is in fighting shape? Do we even know if like because we know what his shape looks like? You know what I mean in terms of like his shape. We know what that looks like. But as for skill, like has he been training? Has he been in the gym? Has he been like I haven't seen any and like I know he's not one to like be just posting footage unless he's fighting. And I know when he is posting footage, it's not like deep shit. It's usually just him hitting the bag or like somebody doing pad work with him and him just yelling in the camera, you know, shit like that. But like we ain't seen shit. All we see is promotional tours. Every time I ever see this motherfucker post, this nigga's in a suit. In a suit, you know what I mean? Cheering, going, yeah, or saying, yeah, I'm gonna fuck these guys up when I see them. Like, I see party Fury. I'm not seeing serious Fury. I'm gonna fuck this guy up Fury. I'm seeing like, you know, I'm that man, like the King Fury, you know, which is cool. But is that fight Fury? And is that like what AJ team could hopefully be hoping on and being like, another reason why he took it be like, oh, he's probably fucking around. You know, we know he going on vacation and shit. We know he going on like a victory tour, you know what I mean? Type shit, selling his book, you know, whatever, selling his merch, whatever. You know what I mean? He ain't in the gym. Like, even though I lost, I've been in the gym. I'm in the gym. You know what I mean? I've been training. I've been sparring. He ain't been sparring. Who he been sparring? He ain't sparring nobody. You know what I mean? Could be begging on that too. And I think that can make Fury's camp go, oh, fuck. We might have fucking might have been talking some shit because this motherfucker been drinking beer and shit on Thursdays. He ain't ready for this shit. You know what I mean? Just giving it 100 because we humans, bro. We like to look. You ain't gonna tell me you just did all that shit. You beat Fury. I mean, you beat Wilder. You finished that trilogy up, wrap that up. Then you beat White in like one of the biggest fights in your backyard. Made oodles of money. You're not gonna go and celebrate that shit. You got all them motherfucking kids too. Hell yeah, you going to celebrate that shit. You know what I mean? Like you going out there, man. So yeah, I think maybe they might have been like, oh fuck, and then we might hear the like you said, man, like the Junior, the fucking the speed bump will come up and they'll be like, oh, actually, you're not gonna do the fight, and then the fight will. You know?
Yeah, he's probably gonna go and jump in Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, or some shit like that. And then say he's got an injury.
Say he's got an injury.
Mine's gonna come back and say Rey Mysterio gave him an injury.
Oh shit!
But nah, I hope so, man.
Go on, let's move on to Canelo versus Triple G. Now, it's weird because in the UK I've not seen one bit of promotion for this fight. Not one
really?
Not
Are
one
you serious?
Not one piece. I don't even know what TV channel it's on.
What the fuck?
It's on DAZN.
Yeah, isn't it on DAZN?
Canelo DAZN makes sense, but no, I've not seen one piece.
What?
To be fair though, it's like when we watch our sports and just our TV, we don't watch DAZN. We only watch DAZN for boxing, really. So unless you're watching DAZN and then you see it, like if you're watching boxing and they advertise boxing, like for me it doesn't really register because I already know that shit's going on. But if I'm watching football, when everything used to be on Sky Sports, you're watching football, halftime, they show you the advert.
Yes.
If it's BT Sport, whatever other channel it is, ITV, whatever, you will see an advert. You even walk down the road, even the old fights, you walk down the road, you'll see a poster somewhere. I had no clue when this fight was. When I found out it was this week, I was like, shit, I only found out yesterday. Genuinely, I only just found out yesterday that it was this weekend.
Yeah, bro, Jones, this week. Over here in America, they've been promoting it, but that's because Canelo got a strong
of course.
Mexican like just culture. All of my friends that are Mexican, they might not even know boxing. They know Canelo is, bro. They watch all his shit. They don't care. They ride or die. So his shit get played over here. And Triple G actually is loved over here too, because Americans love knockouts, man. And that man, when he went on that little middleweight spree when he was like champ and he was just knocking motherfuckers out, all my homies was talking about this dude. He was like, oh man, Triple G, this, that, and that. I was like, pretty cool. He has had some lukewarm names on that list, on that run. You know what I mean? Looking back. What'd you say?
Predictions.
I got Canelo UD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna. Everybody's saying I don't think he's gonna stop Triple G. I don't know. I feel like Triple G still has a strong chin, y'all. Like I don't know, bro. He hasn't showed anything in this off time. Listen, Has his performances been spectacular? Fuck no. Like, hell no. Like, it's been lukewarm, like, I guess, performances. But one thing that's always held up is his chin still. Like, his chin is still held up. Like, his chin, I haven't seen anything since the last time they fought that's made me think, oh, shit, his chin is gone. Like, or even that it's leaving. Like, it's the same. It's been the same. Now, yeah, granted, maybe this could be the fight. But I don't know, bro. I just find it highly unlikely. Like, he took some of Canelo's best shots, I feel like, and he's withstood them. Just like I feel like Canelo took some of G's best shots and he withstood them. Their chins, I feel like, cancel out. It's not really. I feel like they've fought each other enough that I don't know. But who knows though? Because you remember the Pacquiao what trilogy is that?
Marquez.
Yeah, he knocked him out. Cold cocked his ass. Sleepy. You know what I mean? Day quill, night quill. He was off the lean, Manny Pac was off the lean that night. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you never know, but I don't know. I got a UD. I feel like Canelo is the sharper boxer. We already know this. And he's gonna stunt on some rounds. But, and G's going to hit him because G ain't no slouch. But I think ultimately Canelo's going to win. UD is going to go to full. And, yeah, hopefully we just put that shit to bed and never talk about it again. Well, maybe not never because the first fight, I love the first fight. I like the second fight too. You know, they're good fights. You know what I mean? It's just the shit that surrounds it, for me, sucks the taste out of it. You know
do you guys think that Canelo won the first fight and the second fight?
I thought
obviously the first fight was a draw, second fight was Canelo. But what was your opinion on them fights?
AB, you want to go first?
I thought the first fight, watching it live, I was thinking, yeah, Golovkin's got this. When I scored it properly the second time, I scored it exactly a draw, innit? So I didn't see, even when I gave it to Golovkin, gave it to him by a round. So I was like, I don't really see, obviously I see why it was controversial. One guy's on the front foot, one guy looks like he's making the fight. The rounds Canelo won, they were pretty nip and tuck. The ones Golovkin won was pretty
clear.
Canelo did nothing, pretty much. Canelo did nothing. So Golovkin won the fight, but when you score round by round and you look a bit deeper, I thought draw. I don't know if you can say draw was fair, but draw was reasonable. In the second fight, I thought Canelo had him. Genuinely, Canelo had him.
100%.
I got
third one.
Sorry, go on. What you got for the second one? No. Would you? I had the first fight. I had Golovkin by one round. I thought Golovkin did just enough. Like, you know what I mean? I thought he was definitely pushing the pace, but still hitting him. The cleanness and the effectiveness of that fight. I love the highlights from that fight. Can I just say, when they be playing the highlights from that shit, there's some clean, like, just punching, just bite down on your mouthpiece, just you know what I mean? But and then for the second fight, I had Canelo. But you go ahead. You were talking about
in this third fight, I agree with Taylor. I think Golovkin, his chin hasn't decreased, no, but I think his engine, more than anything, has taken a big hit. Because even Golovkin, he's pumping out the jab, which don't take too much energy, but he's constantly walking forward. He throws a hell of a lot of punches. His work rate is high, and he puts everything into every single punch. Like, all his punches are a 10. He doesn't throw light punches. And if he throws a light punches, he'll touch you, then hit you. But anything that hits you is straight 10 out of 10. And we've seen recently, he's been, I wouldn't say gassing out, but you can see he's visibly tired very early in fights. I don't know if it was his last fight against Morata, but against Morata, there was a period in the middle of the fight where Morata was getting on top of him. Like, he was outworking Golovkin, and that's a scary sight, especially them body shots that these guys have been throwing against Golovkin. Has been taking a lot out of him.
Yeah,
been taking a lot out of him, and you don't want Canelo throwing those body shots, because Canelo's not going to throw one. He's going to throw a few of them. And even we've seen in the fights before, there's one nice highlight where Canelo fakes him and then hits him with a body shot clean. But then Golovkin just takes it and keeps walking forward. I don't think at this age where Golovkin is going to take that body shot and keep walking forward, I think he's going to take that body shot. He's going to stick with him for a round or two, and then he's going to face a few more. And then when he gets tired, that's when I think Canelo could knock him out. I think, but when you flip it the other way around, Canelo's had stamina issues.
Yeah.
In the first fight, not the only reason Golovkin got a top, but a big reason why Golovkin got a top. Canelo got tired. He moved his feet for about 3 rounds, and then his feet said no more. His feet said no mass, innit? He just physically was unable to do it. So if Canelo's got that stamina advantage, I reckon he'll knock him out late. But other than that, I think Canelo just coast to a decision.
Yeah. I think it was the last fight against Murata. I think it might have been, I think it was the 5th round, maybe. I remember seeing Golovkin go back to his corner, bro, and he just looked done. And then when he come out the following round, he sort of switched back up a bit. But I remember seeing him in the corner, and I just thought, wow, if that was Canelo, bro, you'd be done right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's age though, innit? Like, it catches up with everybody.
That's why I didn't want this fight to happen, because I'm not the biggest Golovkin fan, but at the same time, you don't fight a prime guy who is now somehow bigger than you. I don't know how that happened, but Canelo's now bigger than Golovkin. And he's in his prime while Golovkin's slipping. And even the thought, like I said, Canelo waited, what, 2-3 years to fight him the first time?
Yeah.
And people said he was too old then. That's like 6 years ago, bro. You ain't getting better in them 6 years.
100%. Yeah, I can't wait, man. I'm going Canelo stoppage.
Listen, straight to it, just straight knockout, yeah.
Yeah, mid rounds. I can't see it going past round 8.
Okay.
I think
pick an admiral pick for sure.
Yes, especially because he's coming off the defeat to Bivol. I think he's in his mind, in his champion mindset, he's just got so much to prove. And I think what more of a statement can there be by knocking out a guy that's never even been dropped?
Truth. Never been
No,
dropped, never been knocked out, never been
amateur all pro.
Like, this dude's chin is a fucking bro.
Yeah.
Like, even if like G were to retire, like in the next couple years, if he retired and never got knocked out, that's got to be a fucking like some type. It's got to earn a merit, bro. To not be knocked out in amateur or pros.
Yeah.
And you fought some guys that, you know, you fought Canelo 3 times. That guy is hard as shit. Like, what? But what I was gonna say is, okay, so after this fight, where does Canelo go from this fight? If you win this fight, where does he go?
Rematch. Bivol, that's unfinished business.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then again, I can't see him winning the rematch, but you can't just let it rest. You can't let it die.
Yeah. He needs to stay clear of Beterbiev, man.
Yeah.
Don't even look at that guy for too long, man.
I keep forgetting about that guy, man. And then when people bring him up, I'm like, oh shit, that's right. That guy is fucking killer, bro.
Yeah,
that guy's a fucking
against
monster.
Bivol. We saw what the size difference was, and I think Beterbiev size-wise is a lot bigger than Bivol.
Exactly.
Man, size, power,
everything.
Man, he will be in front of his in his face the whole fight.
Yes.
Like, bro. Canelo is short too, man. That's the one thing about Canelo. He's really short. He's not really that tall, man. Like, and I feel like a person like them light heavyweights, man.
Do you think Canelo would beat Makabu?
Oh, if they had fought?
Yeah. Is it there's still talk of him?
I'll let you go first. I don't know, you know, because now we see what he's like. Because when you get that big power advantage, it's different, man. It's different.
I think that size would get him.
Yeah,
I think that size would get him, man. I don't know. It's all about how you carry that size too, and I don't feel like it's good. It's good for Canelo because, like I said, man, Canelo is small. He kind of small. Like, he's that stocky kind of built. You know what I mean? He ain't really like.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, that Taylor just hit the nail on the head, man. I completely forgot about that name. He needs to fight Benavidez, bro. Because I think he would smash Benavidez. I don't understand when people say Benavidez would even stand a chance, man.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. If you man's got a different opinion, please explain to me how Benavidez.
It's a flashy hand,
bro.
Yeah, so they love the pat. They love
I think it's a flashy hand still.
The pitter patters combos, bro. Yeah. They love that shit, man. It's visually appealing. But what's crazy is like
I think they think Canelo's head is gonna stay right there. They think Canelo's head is gonna stay right there. It's gonna land all 4 punches. That's what I think.
With these combos. No. Canelo, we'll done that guy up. I think Benavidez should just be happy that Canelo wasn't on Canelo's radar when he was on that warpath.
Yes.
Just crushing super middleweights left and right, literally incredible hulking through fucking middleweights, dude. Like super middleweights. Billy Joe Saunders, I just saw a picture of that man. I don't know if that's real or if it's Photoshop. But if that is Canelo did that to his career, I don't even know where he is. If he's going through stuff right now, man, I pray for you, brother. I hope you get through it. Because he looked like what Fury looked like when Fury was going through it, bro. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. And this man, Canelo, was running through these people doing that, man. So he's just better count his blessings. But thinking about this real quickly while we're on the topic of super middleweights, Caleb Plant, y'all see he's going to fight one of the Darrell brothers. I always get confused. Would y'all make of that fight? I got Caleb winning that fight, but what do you guys make of that?
Sorry, who's he fighting?
He's fighting
Darrell.
Which Darrell is it?
Is that Anthony Darrell?
I think it's Anthony Darrell. I get them confused, man. Always.
Don't get me wrong. I love them brothers, innit? They're great boxers. I even had one on the podcast, but they're too old at this point. Like that Super 6 with Andre Ward and Carl Froch.
Yeah.
That was a very long time ago. I was a very, very young kid. I was a very, very young kid. Now I'm like, if I was a boxer, I'd be like in the prime of my career. I'm 24.
Oh, shit.
What was that, like 12, 13 years ago, bro?
Yeah. And Caleb, that's a young dude that you don't want to. You gonna give that boy a highlight, bro.
Yeah.
You fucking with him, bro.
I thought the obvious fight to make would be Benavidez against Plant.
Yes.
That's just obvious.
Yes.
But
I got winning that.
Caleb.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
just the superb boxing ability, bro. He's got like, yeah, man.
I don't rate Benavidez. I don't put him on that. Obviously, you've got good, excellent, elite. I've got him on sort of between good and excellent. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's at that level, man.
No, I agree.
I think so. What about Ben and Eubank?
Yeah, we were talking about that before the podcast.
Who's winning that?
Ah, man.
I just want to say, in that little face-to-face thing they done, Eubank won that 12 rounds to 0. He won every single second. Yeah,
100.
And thing for me of that fight, it's very tough for me to pick a 5'8" smaller guy against a 6 foot bigger guy. Where in terms of skill, I don't think they're that too far off each other. And in terms of experience, the bigger guy's got way more experience. Unless Conor Ben is like the best thing ever, he just hasn't shown it yet. Then that's
like
possible.
He just come in there and just crack his ass with some. Yeah.
And I think that's still possible. He's got power, and obviously welterweight power versus middleweight power.
Yeah,
that's two different things as well, isn't it? But I think in general, Eubank will be winning the fight. Obviously, anything can happen. This is boxing, but I say I'd pick Eubank to win more rounds, is what I'll say, basically.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. I think the only way Ben wins is by knockout, and I can't see it happening.
I don't know.
Eubank got a chin as well. Let's not forget, Eubank got a chin, man.
Bro,
passed on from his dad.
Yeah, you've seen it against George Groves. Like, he's got a chin.
I don't know, man. Listen, man. I'm the American guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know. I don't really keep up. Like, I know their dad's history. I know, like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of know them. I definitely know Chris Eubanks way more than I know Conor. But yeah, man. Fucking, I'm gonna go with Conor, man. I don't know. I think Chris Eubanks does have a chin. I think he can knock him out though. I can see Conor knocking him out. Like, I can see him losing the fight, like losing it, Eubanks up around. And but like, even though he's losing the fight, Conor is still hitting him. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, he's still touching him. He's still, because that kid is, to me, from what I've seen of him, I feel like he has a ferocity with his punches. Like, his punches are pretty ferocious. Like, the way he knocked out Chris Algieri, man, okay, of course it's Chris Algieri, but like, it was ferocious, bro. Like, the way it hit his body, the way it made him look, it made him jolt. You know what I mean? Like, it was good. Well, not good, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it was that type of power. I can definitely see that hitting Eubanks. And I can definitely see, Eubanks, bro, that man, he also is his own worst enemy. He be getting in his head a lot when he be fighting sometimes, and I can definitely see in a fight like this where it's like, oh, it's my father, and it's all the way they beefing it up and shit. That he could definitely play into some mind games, and that's all you need to get cracked with some fat ass shit. And once you get with some fat shit, man, you get separated from your senses. Ain't no coming back from that. So I could definitely see that happening to him. I don't know. Chris Eubanks Jr. has kind of that. Wouldn't surprise me if that happened to him because he would have that kind of career to me. Like for how it has played out so far in his career, I feel like, you know what I mean? Something like that happened to him. Him just getting starched by like Conor Ben off of some just like late game, just crack. You know what I mean? Like, oh, the fight was going on. Oh, obviously Chris is about to win, but Conor just, slipped something and hit him with something wild. I feel like that's very plausible, and I would pick that. I would pick that to have it.
I hope so.
First.
I hope so.
From me.
Yes.
All right, Kuzan, you had a couple more topics you wanted to talk about.
Did I? I wanted to talk about. Did I? I don't think so, man. We talked about.
No disrespect on the way I'm trying to say it, but you talking about women's boxing.
Oh no. Yeah. I wanted to get their names right. Hold on.
Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall.
Yeah, but that fight I wanted to talk about, as we know that it got I don't know if we got everybody's picks.
Baumgartner.
Yeah, I want to talk about that fight.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to talk about Baumgartner and Spencer. Is that her last name?
Michaela Meyer, isn't it?
Michaela Meyer. See, I'm tripping. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to say fighters just wrong names. So yes, that's the fight I wanted to talk about too. Because that Joan got some heat on it. People aren't paying attention to it that much because women's boxing, but people should be paying attention to it. But that fight got some heat on it, bro. It could potentially have some fireworks, man.
100%.
If people are paying attention. Who you got in those two?
I think Baumgartner's gonna win. Do you see what she done to Terry Harper?
Yeah.
Unbelievable, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, that lady there. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Because come on, man.
That was serious, man. Serious. And then
She's a knockout, and she be knocking people out.
Yeah,
Feel me?
I think she's gonna stop Clarissa Shields.
What?
You Americans love Clarissa Shields, man.
What? It's not even me just being American.
That's a wild statement, bro. That's a wild statement.
I just think, here's my thing. You're not even saying UD. You said she gonna stop her, knock her out.
Yes.
Nah, brother.
Yes.
Nah, brother. Can't get down with that one.
Well, what are you two saying? What do you think?
I got Clarissa. I got her decision. I don't know what kind of decision. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe like a
majority.
Yeah, maybe like an MD. Yeah, majority. Maybe like majority. I just think Clarissa. I don't think Sarah Marshall is that much of a better fighter than Clarissa Shields.
Yes.
And I think Clarissa Shields, since the last time they fought, has put in enormous amount of work and just got a crazy power boost. Like if this was anime, she fucking went and trained in the hyperbolic time chamber and her ass came out Super Saiyan 3. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's not the same fighter. So like, I just don't feel, and I'm not taking nothing away from Marshall, but like, nah, bro. Nah. I think she's gonna show a lot of people. I think that had the makings of her showing a lot of people like I'm for real. If you didn't think I was for real, because even her having the gumshoe being like, yeah, I'll fight you in England. Fuck it. That's how serious. See, to me, the motherfucker like Devin Haney, people who are like, oh yeah, I'll fight you in your home country. I don't give a fuck. Like those are the people that know. Like I know something that you all don't know.
Of
like
course.
I've been working on something special for that. I wanted to talk about that too. I did want to talk about that. Devin Haney and Kambosos too. But let's go back to this though first. But yeah, that's my pick.
AB, what you saying?
Bro, I haven't watched enough of Savannah Marshall.
Okay.
I haven't. I've seen a little bit of here and there, and certain ones of her fights is like, I feel like with these girls, when don't get me wrong, these two elite ones coming together, that would be a great watch. But when they're fighting other people where we know they're overmatched. They're not of the same pedigree. It don't
Mm.
really excite me. Like I'll be half watching their fights, kind of like that. But
Mm.
from what I have seen, I'll give it to Marshall on unanimous decision. But again, I just say I haven't watched them too tough. The only thing I'll say is Clarissa, like I said, she's been in the hyperbolic time chamber. She's a better pro than what Savannah Marshall is. I think on a straight boxing one, Marshall will take her. But if she gets caught and she's got a bite on that gum shield and we see what she's really made of,
Yes.
I don't think she's made of that kind of stuff that Clarissa's made of.
Mm-hmm. That's fair, man. That's fair.
What you saying? Straight knockout, bro. I said, going off
You-
with women,
yeah.
no disrespect. It's harder for them to knock each other out.
Yeah, no, I know. But I can see Clarissa on the floor.
Damn, like looking up at the stars, like,
Yeah.
damn, that's crazy.
I can see it, man.
Sheesh.
Just because Savannah is such a good counterpuncher. Such a good counterpuncher. And I can just see midway through the fight, Clarissa down on scorecards, having to start to get desperate and just walking onto a clean left hook. That's just what I can see happening. Gut feeling.
Hey man, good. Hey man, it's a good take. When that gets rebooked, we don't know when, but when it does get rebooked, we're gonna have to talk about this.
October 16th, I think.
Okay. That's not bad.
Hey yo, I don't want to be the one to say it, but the comments got there first.
Is it? Personal.
Oh, man.
Oh shit!
I don't want her on the floor. That's just what I think.
Yeah, nah.
It's the way you said it. You said I can see her on the floor. I was thinking, yeah.
Oh my god. Oh man.
No,
But yeah, so yeah, that fight, talk about it, bro. But yeah, what y'all make of Kambosos, bro? They gonna fight again. You know, rematch gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen in Australia again, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Embarrasses people for the
is
second time.
great. Look, if Devin beats him twice in the same jump off points too, you better not never ask for shit. You better be working your ass off to the bone. I better see some spectacular from you, Kambosos, before you say shit out your mouth, bruh. Because
100%.
he out here complaining about you want to be a pay-per-view star, you have to throw more than a jab. And that irked my soul because I just feel like you want to be a pay-per-view star, you gotta not get beat by just a jab. You feel me? Like you sit up there and got, you know what I mean? You can't say shit like that, bro. Like I understand you might be trying to sell a fight and shit, but let's keep it real, bro. Let's keep it real. He didn't have to do anything special because the bare minimum was working on you. Let's be real, bro. A jab was all he needed to do to beat you. It's kind of like what is that? What's that fight? Fury versus Klitschko. You know what I mean? It wasn't really that much coming from Fury. He just was awkward as shit, and he was just jabs and straights. Grab, you know what I mean? It was the bare minimum. He didn't have to veer away from his game plan. It was enough to beat you. You know what I mean? And that's what Haney did. So I don't know. That shit, I don't know what y'all thought about that, but that shit rubbed me the wrong way. Him talking about fucking just I feel like you should just commemorate the man on his game plan and work on what you need to do better going forward. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because like you need to go back, watch, and see where you found any bits of success. Because this man, for how young he was, he went out there and act like the veteran. You know what I mean? He schooled you like a veteran. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just kind of crazy, bro. Like I don't know why the fuck he would say that. I don't know if he was just trying to sell the fight, but I don't know. Don't get beat by a jab. Don't get mad because you got beat by a jab, man. Beat the jab. You know what I mean? Like
100%, man.
What I thought about that?
I found it hard to give Kambosos one round in that last fight. One round. Like I found it difficult. I watched it a few times and I thought, right, I need to watch it and try and give him a round. And I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. So I don't see what's gonna change.
Yeah.
I'll be real, yeah. If you lose every round of a fight, yeah, especially when it's just with a jab, you're not allowed to speak
Yeah, you got
Or
to come up.
you're not allowed to speak, let alone
Yeah.
talk shit. You
Yeah.
shouldn't even be allowed to speak
You
unless you're saying well
Yeah.
done and giving the guy praise. You're not allowed to speak. You can't
Yeah,
open your mouth.
Bro, okay, I thought it was just me, bro. Because I'm like,
Facts. It's facts, man. If that happens, your blue tick should be taken away off Insta. Facts, man. Can't be
I'm
having.
like, bruh, like you mad because he didn't go into a firefight with you? He didn't have to. You gave him no reason to think he was ever in no danger to have to veer away from his game plan. And you know his father was in his ear because you know his father got there like 2 days before.
Yeah.
He was like, Devin, you are whipping this boy's ass with your jab. Keep doing that shit. And he went out there and did it. Yeah, you're right, Pops. I got him. You know what I mean? Like, nah, bro. Definitely shouldn't have took that. I mean, I think it was in the contract, right? It was a rematch clause type deal, right?
Yeah.
So go ahead.
The
Get this out of the way.
only reason is go ahead.
The only way, we already know, I know what everybody's pick is. But the only way that Kambosos wins this fight is if it goes to decision. Like the only way, right, is if the same thing happens, right? Devin beats him with a jab. It goes to decision, and they rob him. That's the only way. That's the only way because it's going to be in Australia again. The only way.
That's the thing, though. The last fight, he lost every round. The judges still found a way to give him 4.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
bro.
that's the most they could give him. That's literally the most they could give him was 4, and that was taking the piss.
It was 116, 112 on one of the scorecards, isn't it?
Yeah, that is true.
2 of them.
Yikes. Damn,
They tried
Devin.
their best to rob him, and it still wasn't good enough.
You know they're going to be back there. Look, Kambosos, you give us a little more effort, just a little bit more, and we might give you a couple more rounds. That might be the thing, though. You know what I mean? To swing it, because that's the only way you're giving him this fight. If it goes to decision, is if you know what I mean. If they rob him, bro. Because what the fuck, man? Like that shit. I don't know. That shit rubbed me the wrong way, man. And Kambosos, I don't know. Talk about I don't know, bro.
Do you guys think? Do you guys think Devin can build on what he done last fight? Like add a few more straights, add a few more power shots, or you think he's just gonna keep it simple again?
I think he might style on him, but it's still gonna be decision. Like I don't think he's gonna like knock him out, but I think he might get like his rhythm and tendencies down more to where he'll be able to slip more and like make him look, stupid. Just make him look dumb and then like touch him up, Definitely straights, more jabs and straights.
Yeah.
More footwork. I think he's gonna be able to style on him a little bit more this time, but it's still gonna be decision.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna go throw it all up for a fucking knockout. Fucking no.
I think he's going to come in and it's going to be round 13. He's going to start doing the same thing again. And then if it gets halfway through the fight and he starts realizing this is just easy, then he might start styling on him a bit more. But I agree. I don't think it's going to be no knockout or nothing. It's going to be a points victory. Unanimous decision.
Mm-hmm. That's the only way to go. It's crazy.
100%, man.
All right, guys. That's basically an hour. Gonna wrap it up. JR, thank you for joining us.
Anytime, boss. Good to meet you, guys, man. Bless,
yeah,
bro.
good to meet you too, man.
You too,
Great
bro.
taste, brother. Great taste.
Bless day be, man.
Yeah, all good, bro. Kuzan, thank you for joining us again. Thank you for being on there.
I'm always
again,
here,
guys. One more time. Whoops, that came a bit too close than expected.
Yeah.
Sorry, just show the drip. Purist merch coming very, very soon, guys.
Yes, sir.
Kuzan got his one on as well.
You feel me? Got the hoodie.
Yeah.
And big peas on me. Big peas. You feel me?
Okay, we're pushing P, yeah.
Yeah. You feel me?
All right. Coming very, very soon. The website's almost ready. Literally just almost ready. Just one or two more tweaks, and then we're there. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the like on the way out, subscribe, all that good stuff. Wherever you're listening to, leave a review, leave a comment. Follow us on all the socials, all in the link in the description. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace out.
Peace out, man.
Doses.